He is also a member of Max International's executive team. He's a New York City native with over 20 years of Madison Avenue marketing experience. He's managed major campaigns for various consumer and healthcare products such as Mercedes-Benz, Verizon, Merck Pharmaceuticals, and Genentech. Something you may not know about him is that he's probably the only guy, you know that guy, that knows more about women's cosmetics than women. God bless you. But I'm going to add something I learned in Costa Rica at breakfast one morning, specifically, that he loves to party way, and I mean way, after the party's over. And your husband may join him while you're sound asleep. Please help me welcome to the stage our amazing Vice President of Marketing, Mr. Larry Lowe.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having me. I always appreciate coming to Canada. This is fantastic. It's been a little bit of time. It's funny because you guys always seem to invite me when it's cold outside and it's winter. So my name's Larry Lowe. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Max International. And what I'd like to do today is kind of piggyback on some of the things that you've been learning during this fantastic event. So you guys had spoken to Sasha about some general principles with regards to how do you take your business to the next level using social media, right? And then you just heard from Paul Tessman, really great presentation about some ways to generate leads in social media and then actually follow with those leads and get enrollments, sales, etc. Okay? What I'd like to walk you through is how do you do that specifically by applying it to a specific Max product? Okay, so today what I'd like to walk you through is how do we do that for Max Beauty? Okay, so with that said, I'm going to talk to you about how we are marketing Max International Beauty and give you a social media overview that you guys can apply to your businesses as well. Now, you may not be fully capable to do everything that I'm saying to you today, but of course, we are making everything available to you so that you can learn, you can grow, you can leverage, repost, share the things that I'm going to share with you today. Okay? Now, also, the other thing is, this doesn't just apply to Max Beauty. There are some things that are specific to the beauty category that you need to consider for social media. However, you can see that there are applications for ATP or Cellgevity or the business opportunity. Okay? So with that said, let's go through it. Now, the other thing I want to say is that this is not just for women. Okay? So you guys need to listen up here, right? Now, this is about targeting, this is about knowing your audience, and this is about saying those things and providing those benefits that we know are going to motivate a prospect, whether they're a customer or an associate. Okay? Now, every guy here has an experience with makeup. You all do. How many people have heard, honey, wait, I'm doing my makeup? Right? You guys have all heard that. And she walks out, and she's a vision, and you're like, okay, that was worth the wait. This is fantastic, right? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so with that said, I like to say that, from an opportunity perspective, money has no gender. It really doesn't. You have men in your downline, you have women in your downline, right? You still prospect, right? If you may not be a championship athlete, but you market to athletes. If you can do that, you can market to this target as well. So to give some of the people in the audience, how many here have not heard of Max Beauty or don't have much experience with it? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, there are a few. Okay, mostly men. So the women have heard of it, okay? So just from a quick overview perspective, we are Max International, right? We are a science-based company, real product, real opportunity, real people, right? Everyone knows that, everyone can agree on that. So with that said, when we started out to create this line, we didn't think about ourselves as a network marketing company doing cosmetics. We thought of ourselves as someone who wants to be dominant in the cosmetic category, right? So what does that mean? Our supplements have a patent. Our supplements are some of the best supplements in the world. That's proven, that's true, that's scientific. So how do we take that philosophy and apply it to makeup? This is what we did. We looked at Fenty, we looked at MAC, we looked at NARS, we looked at Urban Decay, Huda Beauty, L'Oreal, Maybelline, Revlon, all of these brands. And some of you guys, I'm sure, know some of these brands that I'm mentioning, right? Now, we looked at them and we said, okay, we didn't say what's the best product line. We said, what's the best product in each category? So we said, what's the best foundation? Maybe Fenty, maybe MAC. We said, what's the best concealer? That was NARS. We said, what's the best powder? That was Laura Mercier, right? So we looked at all of these different things to create a full face, but we said, you know what, it's got to be better than anything that we're looking at. So when we look at the foundation, we said, you know what, one of the things I like to do is acknowledge the competition. You guys should always do that. Don't just say, oh my God, competition is crap. I'm not going to pay attention to them, right? Don't do that. Learn from it, because obviously they're doing well in their competition because they're doing something well. Learn from it. Take that as an opportunity to improve and be better. So with that said, looked at Fenty, and everyone's like, oh, Rihanna. And I love Rihanna. I love Rihanna. She's from Barbados. I'm from Barbados. So I was like, okay, Rihanna's kind of cool. And she's pretty attractive, right? She's very nice, very talented. And so we looked at it, and everyone's like, oh, Fenty's so great. MAC is so great. Oh my God, the foundation is so good. I said, okay, let's see about that. So over a period of 6 months to a year, we evaluated different products. And we looked at Fenty, we tried it, we bought a bunch of product. We tried it. How can we beat it? We say, you know what? The application could be better because it's not as blendable as it seems. The dry down doesn't work as well. You guys won't know these terms, but that just basically means how well does it dry? How quickly does it dry? Do you have time to work with it? Yeah, if you're a professional makeup artist, great. But we're like, you know what? We want to talk to every woman or every man who's interested in makeup, right? Because what we're trying to do is expand your opportunity, right? Now, supplements are great, and we have a wide range of people who want to use supplements. I am telling you right now, makeup will expand your prospecting tenfold. It's that big. This year, it'll be a $650 billion industry. Within the next couple of years, it will be a $1 trillion industry. You can get a piece of that pie, but only if the quality is competitive, right? It's a very competitive set. So we took it and we beat Fenty. We said, how do we do it? We said, you know what? Let's make it better to apply, right? Let's make it more lightweight than Fenty, yet still have the full coverage, right? We said, let's add anti-heat and anti-pollution properties to it because these are cutting-edge trends and formulations that are coming this year to the big brands and next year to the big brands, right? So before that happened, we said, let's build it into ours because we were going to launch it in Africa first, right? First 16 shades are for medium to darker toned women, okay? I don't care if you're Paul Tesseman, a white man who's the opposite end of the spectrum of whom we're talking to. You can still market to these women, okay? You just need to understand what their needs are, what their challenges are, and understand how do we fulfill on those. Okay, so remember that. Money has no gender. So guys, listen up. For the entire presentation, do not tune out. Okay? This is very, very important. So we wound up, in our estimation, beating every single product that we went against. So foundation, concealer, eye palette, everything. We beat it all in our estimation. And if you know any women who have tried it and are able to put on a full face, they will attest to that. And they will say, wow, this is fantastic. So we've talked to makeup artists around the world. And we've talked to some of the biggest makeup artists in Ghana. We talked to big makeup artists in North America. And each time they try it, they say, whoa, what is this? This is fantastic. And they have experience with Fenty, MAC, dozens of brands throughout dozens of years of their careers. Okay? So with that said, how do we, as a small network marketing, health and wellness company, compete with those big brands? I'm going to tell you today. Okay? I'm going to tell you how you can do that. Okay. So, first and foremost, what's our objective? Well, I like to start with our objective. Right? What is our objective? establish Max Beauty as the most desired cosmetic line. Yeah, that sounds like a lofty goal, but you know what? We're going for it, okay? We've gone up against the biggest brands in terms of product development, and I tell you, we compete, if not overcome their benefits. All right. Next, what's our strategy, right? Now, you guys should be thinking about this in your businesses overall, right? Expand your reach and your engagement. So what does reach mean, right? Right now, I'm here, right? I can reach anyone in this sphere of influence, right? But I want to expand that because there's other people out there, and there's other people out there, there's other people out there. And that's the idea of social media, right? You want to create a viral aspect to what you're doing. That's network marketing as well. You talk to 3 people, sign them up. They talk to 3 people, sign them up. They talk to 3 people or 10 people or whatever that might be, and soon enough, you're going to Bali, right? So with that said, we want to expand our reach and engagement. How do we do that? Now, engagement means that they do something. It's not just that you spoke to them or you sent them a text or a phone call or social media post or whatever it is. They're actually engaging with you. And from a makeup perspective, engagement means they're reaching out to say, hey, okay, that sounds interesting, let me try it. But then it's also direct application. Women are the smartest consumers in the world. We've seen it with skincare, we see it with health, we see it with the financials as well. Oftentimes, it's the women who are managing the finances, so us dumb guys don't go out and buy a new toy and, break the finances of the, and so forth. Or the women are doing their research. They will do their research. They will know. Trust me, they will be experts in this category. Now there are women, I have a daughter, she's 10 years old. She is so well versed in makeup, it's crazy. This is exploding on social media. I can't tell you the number of makeup artists and tutorials and promotions and everything that you can find on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. It's just exploding. So they are experts. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're generating, number one, awareness, right? We can have the best marketing, best product in the world, but if no one hears it, no one sees it, it's not going to be any effectiveness. We want to engage our customers and associates, right? And our prospects, meaning engage them, get them to try it, get them to think about it. How many people have sampled ATP, right? Or you sample Enfuse because you want them to have an experience with it. So they need to have that Max Beauty experience. And then you want to convert them, prospects, into sales and enrollments. And the way you do that is as they're applying the makeup and trying it, you're going to talk to them about value, you're going to talk to them about how great the benefits of this makeup line truly are. And that's going to grow sales and enrollments, okay? Now, the best associates are the ones who have had a product experience. At least that's been my experience over the last 5 or 6 years working in Max. Those people who are passionate, those people who are driven are like, you know what, I believe in this product, this is absolutely amazing. And we all here are those types of Max associates. So with that said, let's talk about what's your strategy to do this, right? See it, try it, buy it, okay? If they try it, they will buy it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna utilize a variety of awareness tactics to get the word out, okay? Now, something like this is just kind of a big, branded, beautiful statement, okay, that gets people's attention. They're gonna see that and they're gonna say, what is that? That looks better than Fenty right now, better than anything Fenty's advertising. That looks better than anything MAC is doing right now. What is that? Who are these guys? Right? They're gonna see it, right? And we can push this out via many different means, right? Social media. Now, you guys know the difference if you went to Sasha's session, you know the difference between organic versus paid, right? Organic is just that content that goes viral naturally, right? Now, only thing about organic is, again, your sphere of influence is here, right? So you're generating that yourself. You're hoping that your downlines, your teams, are generating that as well and expanding your reach a little bit. With regards to paid is something that you guys can do as well. And you can test it. You can refine it, and you can reapply it. And what that means is you can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram, and you can say, you know what, I want to place a targeted placement that goes to people who are interested in beauty, in makeup, in cosmetics, right? And they may be people I don't know personally, right? Or you could say, I want to be interested in people who are health conscious, right? Or looking for an opportunity, and they're outside of my sphere of influence. I don't know who they are. And they will then push it out to a greater group, to a greater audience. So that's paid social. Now, I hear a lot about social, like social media, use social media, use social media. Now, it's very complex, so I need you guys to understand that. If you sat in Sasha's group, you listen to Paul, right? Social media is a lot more complex than just having a Facebook account, all right? Just because you have a Facebook account or Instagram doesn't make you social media expert, but it does give you some insights into where you can start and where you can go and where you can grow. Okay, so paid is also very important. Now, Instagram is huge in beauty. It's probably the #1 kind of channel to go through. Facebook, yes. Pinterest as well. And Twitter in some regards, depending on your level of influence. If you're like Kim Kardashian, right? Whether you like her or not, right? Or Kylie Jenner, her sister, whether you like her or not, they have influence. They will go on Twitter, they will go on Instagram, and they will generate leads, they will generate sales like you wouldn't believe. You know, she did a crowdsourcing, I think it was Kylie. She hit $1 billion asking people just to send her money. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Not selling anything, it's absolutely crazy. So with that said though, obviously there's power in that. So you need to understand that. Don't shy away from it. Don't shy away from things that may be uncomfortable to you. Because if they're having some success, there's something to learn from it. Right? Okay. Now, utilize a variety of engagement tactics to encourage trial. Right? We have the beauty of being a network marketing company. Right? It's direct. It's 1-to-1, or 1-to-3, or 1-to-70. Right? And you can speak directly to people. You can get them to try it. We have packs that we are selling that allow you to do this very, very easily. Okay? And then, of course, business opportunity meetings, do BOMs, and so forth. The idea is to generate awareness, push it out there, invite them to something to engage you with. Okay? All right. Convert to sales. All right, how do you do that? You're going to leverage the value of this brand. I am telling you, the quality is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic, and we can talk more about that as we go through the day. It's very long-lasting, so it's very competitive in that regards. Now, multi-use is something that we've seen. We went to what's called Cosmoprof. Cosmoprof is like one of the biggest makeup fairs like in the world. It's held twice a year. It's in Milan and it's in Las Vegas, right? Every brand will be there. Every manufacturer and every product development team will be there showing the latest trends, what's coming. We knew this, so we had an inside track into Cosmoprof. We knew what was coming. We knew what was going to be presented. And we said, wow, we want to do that. And so when we were launching, we said, we're going to launch in Africa. It's hot, it's humid, it's just off the equator. It's right off the equator, very close to the equator in Ghana, right? And we've seen women who will be there, and they will put their makeup on. They will arrive at an event when it's already melting off their faces. Already coming off their faces. We've seen that. We absolutely know that that is absolutely true, right? So what we said was, what can we do to affect that? How can we cater not just to themselves, to the people, but to the environment? So we built in anti-heat and anti-pollution properties that are not in Fenty, that are not in MAC, not currently. I'm sure they will elevate really quickly because they're billions of dollar companies, but you know what? We have it. We wanted to build in remixability. So everyone knows what a remix is, right? Take a song and you remix it, you know, it's a different flavor to it. Maybe it's a country song that you make into a pop song or hip hop song or whatever. It's called a remix, right? So what we say is we want to give them the ability to take our makeup, our existing makeup, take the palette, take the face palette, and play with it. Do different things with it. You know what? We are all schizophrenic. We are all schizophrenic. Think about this now. The way you talk to your mother, I guarantee, is not the same way you talk to one of your friends. Whether it's a guy friend or a girlfriend or a spouse or what have you. I guarantee, or a high school friend, you know, I guarantee we are all schizophrenic. We are all multiple people, right? So we want to give you the ability to play. We want to give you the ability to say, you know what, today I'm going to work, I have a medical symposium. Okay, cool, right? Or today I'm going out with Bernadette's husband and we're going to party, you know, and then you may want a different look, right? And you may want to elevate. You may want to try some different things. You may be going to a wedding, or you may be going to a concert, or a big event, whatever that might be, and it gives you the opportunity to remix it all because of the formulas that we've created, okay? So I would also encourage what's called the base face purchase, okay? There's a big four in makeup. Doesn't matter where you go. We interviewed 2,000 West African women, interviewed women in the Americas and so forth. Foundation, obviously, is the foundation for everything you do, right? But primer is one of those as well, okay? Now for you guys, I'll explain it this way, okay? You ever paint a wall, right? What do you put on first? Primer, right? First you clean it, right? You take a wipe, well, not a wipe, but you clean it, right? And you put primer on. What does primer do? Primer preps it for your foundation, for your base of paint, right? And then your concealers, like you got patches, you got some spots you have to fix, that's concealer. Okay? You guys got that? All right. And then you seal it, right? You seal it. That's like your setting spray. You seal it. But then we also add powder, translucent powder. Throughout the day, you might have some, maybe you have an eggshell, or a satin finish or something like that, and it gets a little too shiny, just, you kind of pat it down. That's powder. Okay? For you guys, that's it. Okay? So those 4 products are key throughout the world. All right? So if you encourage the base face, your primer, now this is the thing. Our primer is multi-use. It's primer and setting spray. Okay? And application. There's not many brands, I'm telling you, there's Tarte, and there's maybe 1 or 2 other big brands that have this type of formulation out of dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of makeup companies. I am telling you, this is unique and this is great. Okay? And then we have our foundation, which is Beat Fenty, Beat MAC. We've got our concealer, and we've got our translucent powder. If you can sell the base set of products, the women, because it'll create a natural face, right? Before they build any color up, it'll create a natural face. If you can do this, you can easily cross-sell, because foundation is the #1 thing. If they can get the foundation on, and they can find their shade, they can feel it, they can touch it, they can say, wow, I look good. I didn't have to compromise on my shade. I didn't have to compromise on the quality. We built moisturizers, emollients. These are all built into this foundation. Now, I had a question from someone from Canada. She called me. We spoke for like an hour. And she was a skeptic. She goes, I tried it, and I wasn't too sure. Right? I said, okay. I said, I guarantee you didn't have your tone. Right? She says, you're right. I was like, you didn't really try it, did you? She goes, well, I put it on a spot on my cheek. I'm like, how do you evaluate it if you just put a spot on your cheek, right? So we talked about it. And I said to her, and she said, well, you formulated it for a hot climate. It's cold Canada. I don't want to dry out. I said, are you sure that that's what's going to happen if you didn't put it on and actually walk outside, right? She goes, no, I'm not. I'm like, okay. Well, let me tell you this. Yes, it's built for a hot, humid condition. Now, that's probably worst case scenario, actually, right? Moisturizers are built into it. So it's actually going to work equally, or if not better, in Canada, in cold climates. If it can work in a warm, humid, hot climate, it's not going to move here. Absolutely not going to move here. We made up a model in Ghana. This was May of last year. Made up a model in Ghana, threw her in a pool. Well, we didn't throw her. We asked her to get in. It's just more dramatic to say we threw her in a pool. Anyway, 2 hours later, she gets out of the pool, right? She's fully made up. 2 hours later, 2 hours later, she gets out of the pool, and we photograph her. Just as fresh, just as lovely as it was 2 hours before. And this is in a pool of water, okay? So with that said, we have a fantastic foundation, the concealer, the powder, etc. That gives you the opportunity to cross-sell, to say, okay, you know what? Try this palette. Try this face palette. Try this eye palette. Try this lip gloss. Try this mascara. And they're all fantastic products. Now, if you guys have any questions about the products, maybe I'll take a Q&A later during this session, and I can answer specific questions about the specific products if you'd like. Okay, but right now, let's get into more about social media. Okay. Now, who's our target? Now, we could say women 32 years old with this demographic and so forth and so on. What I like to do is get into the mindset of who they are, to help you understand them as a real person, as a human being, so that when you're speaking to them and you're talking to them, you can understand what are their triggers, what are their motivations, right? So she's confident, wants to look and be her best. Who doesn't want to do that? Any guy here doesn't want to look and be your best, right? You can understand this. She may be a recent graduate and aspires to have a great lifestyle, okay? Now, young women drive this category, right? Now, the funny thing is in Ghana, the income levels are different, right? So a recent college grad may feel like, you know what, I can't purchase the full set, but I'm going to start with the foundation or whatever that might be, right? It's going to be different in America. But she aspires to have a great lifestyle, and if you get them to start to promote this online, it will take off. Social media will take off. She may also be a career woman who has some extra income and buys the things she likes, right? So she may be a professional. She's got that extra income. This is Ya, by the way. She's our regional manager in Kumasi. And she's also drop-dead gorgeous and beautiful and really, really amazing person. She's price sensitive. Who isn't nowadays, right? But she doesn't like compromising on quality if she has a choice. Now, this is the thing. When you talk about women of color, right? And you guys need to understand this. I don't care what shade you are, right? They're a very underserved population, okay? That's actually an opportunity for you to be empathetic and to be understanding of that, to say, hey, I have something for you. I guarantee they're not going to not listen. They're going to say, oh, okay. You, Paul, want to talk to me about makeup for a woman of my shade? Okay, I want to hear this, and we're going to give you everything you need to convince that, okay? She may be a makeup or a salon owner. Now, the thing that I didn't tell you, let me just go back for a second, is our campaign in Africa is built on everyday women, working women, and influencers, okay? It's pretty amazing. This woman is named Adina Thembi, okay? She's one of the top musicians in Ghana and West Africa, and also she's going into South Africa now. Amazing voice, and you'll see a little bit of her later, okay? That's Ya, she's a professional woman. And this woman is actually Linda Mensa. She's the editorial makeup artist of the year for 2019 in Ghana. Makeup is huge in West Africa, huge. She tried the makeup and said, sign me up. She has tried everything, and she's an amazing, amazing makeup artist. And she tried it and was like, yep, I'm in. And she has it on right now. Okay. I'm sorry? Oh, sure. Her name is Linda Mensa, Black Cherry Ghana. Black Cherry GH is her Instagram. She could also be a model. She could be a professional woman, or she could be a bride. Anyone here got married? You know how big this category can be. You could focus just on wedding and make a ton of money, just focusing on wedding if you wanted to, because it's that big a category, okay? And what we've done is, if you can see from this range, this is all Max makeup, by the way, right? You have over here a very professional look, right? Now she is actually, her name is Berla Mundi. She is actually one of the top 4 media journalists in Ghana. She's huge. She's got 1.5 million followers, confirmed followers on Instagram and Twitter and so forth. She's a big, 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 big influencer, right? But she tried to make him and said, yes, sign me up. And then why? It's because she saw the opportunity. So I don't care if you're a top media personality. She's on TV every day, right? Top media personality, doctor, whatever it might be, right? This is an opportunity to make money as well, right? Someone like her or a doctor in Ghana may make 1,500 CDs a month or 2,000 CDs a month. Now that's 5 CDs to $1. $400 per month for a top media person or a doctor. So it represents a great opportunity. Now, this is the thing. Here in America or Canada, it might be a little bit different. But we know people are looking for opportunity, right? We have just expanded your target exponentially. on who you can go after. And women inherently know this category. So the level of education, the level of ramp up, the level of training, they already have, instead of being here on like a glutathione scale, they'll be here on a makeup scale. But there's still room to grow, there's still room to improve and be better. Okay? All right, so our target, let's break down the audience demographically, right? So a larger target audience is 15 to 55 plus, right? I would say this is greater in the Americas, okay? And then you're looking at our core target audience of 17 to say 45, right? And I think, again, that would be a greater number in the Americas. Now, what's on her mind, okay? 9 traits to remember that are gonna help you. If you can remember these things when you're sitting across the table from someone, a prospect, you'll have some insights, okay? Now, this is directly from the research. The research was over 2,000 Ghanaian and Nigerian women, but it applies across the world. Okay, there are women of color throughout the world. There are women who are interested in makeup throughout the world. I don't want to keep saying women of color because we built this for global use, for global growth. Because as we expand into additional shades, as we be successful with selling, we'll expand into additional shades. And so these things are common throughout womanhood, I think. If anyone disagrees with me, please raise your hands and let me know. Because right now up here, I am a woman. I'm going to be in the, I don't have the heels on, but just, I'm in that mindset, right? Roussel talked about mindset, right? Mindset is also getting into the mindset of whom you're speaking to, right? So that's very, very important. You don't want to parrot back your beliefs and your needs. You want to talk about, well, what do you need, Graciela? What do you need? Do you need anything? So with that said, she's wearing makeup to look good, boost her confidence, enhance her natural beauty. It's very important. She doesn't want to look different than she really is, right? But oftentimes, women have to compromise on their makeup. Whether it's a quality perspective, whether it's their shade, they're compromising on something, right? So with that said, she always wants to be her best self, right? She's an avid makeup user. So these are your ideal prospects, right? She's an avid makeup user. She uses liquid foundations and powders, but she's not 100% satisfied with the current market offering. Quality is her priority. We talked about that. Always searching for brands to help elevate her look without compromising her skin's health. Who better than Max International than to tell you we have cosmetics that won't allow you to compromise on your skin's health? Moisturizers, emollients, free of everything, meaning free of parabens, free of all the bad stuff you don't want to put in your face. And the idea is that we talk about you want to clean out the garbage and the toxins from your body, right? So what you ingest inside your body is very important as well, right? 25 years of research, ribosine, etc. We have a unique pedigree to be able to sell makeup better than the other brands. We can say, you know what, well, we're a science-based company. Revlon's maybe, but they don't think about it the way we do. So we made sure that it's free of all the bad stuff, and it includes the good stuff, okay? All right. She's constantly discovering new advanced makeup products and techniques from her peers, beauty clinics or online. Constantly. Always looking for new ways. Ooh, how can I elevate my look? Ooh, you know what? I'm seeing that. I'm not going to share it with my friend. I'm going to go to this event, and then she's going to be envious of me. Or they might share. But the idea is that you constantly want to improve. You constantly want to get better. Better, 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 better. Okay. Her fashion style is unique, bold, yet tasteful. She's aware of the local trends for the most part, right? Now, what does this mean? Unique, bold, and tasteful, right? That feels like Max. That's the way we kind of brand ourselves. We are unique. We only supplement with a patent, right? We are a makeup brand that has anti-heat, anti-pollution properties and so forth built into it, right? It's bold, but it's tasteful, and you'll see that from the campaign. Some of these elements I'll show you. These are the types of brands that she's using: Mary Kay, L'Oreal, MAC, Fenty, Maybelline, Classic in Africa. Bold and proud to be who she is. Ultimately, she wants to feel empowered to embrace her true tone and herself, right? Now, we all want to do that, right? We all want to walk out of the house and not compromise on who we are, if we can do that. That's very, very important. So we can all understand that. Her goals in life are to have the freedom to do anything. This is directly from their mouths. and gain and maintain her financial independence. Again, can they do this with Fendi? Can they do this with Mac? No. They can purchase it, take it home, and that's it. Right? With this, they can take it home, they can use it, they can elevate their look, and then they can share it with friends, get them to purchase. Their friends will purchase. Friends will be like, what is this? They're like, hey, you want to sell it? Yes, thank you. Right? We are unique in that regards. Okay? And she has the mindset and attitude to become an entrepreneur. Everyone's here because you want to be entrepreneurs. So everyone understands this point. So these 9 traits, you remember this, and you will be set to be fully equipped to speak to a prospect. All right. All right, content creation. Talked a lot about content creation over the last few days, right? With Sasha, with Paul, etc., right? So what do we do? All right, let's think about this. Max Beauty, what's our goal, right? Now this, so this is Edem Fair. So she's one of the top media influencers in Ghana as well, and she's absolutely incredible, and she's amazing. And she's part of our campaign. You've seen her in ATP and Infuse and things like that. You've seen her before. She tried it, she signed up. And she's had her face made up probably 1,000 times. Actually, she just says, this is so light, I can't believe that I have something on, and it looks so amazing. Okay, so with that said, we want to create a platform when you're doing social media. Let's create a platform for makeup enthusiasts to unite, love, and join the Max Beauty movement. What does that mean? You want to influence people. You want people to start to say, ooh, wow, this is cool. You want validation. They will validate it. Women will validate it, right? And then they'll share it. And then hopefully you'll get someone who's going to say, oh, you know what, let me share this as well. This is pretty fantastic. And you're creating a space where you're very aspirational space. So what does that mean? Customers and ambassadors or associates are proud to buy and sell Max International. Like, oh yeah, you know what? We came out, bam, right? And it's a great product though, it holds up. It's not just good marketing, it's actually great product, right? It's much easier to have a great opportunity if you have a great product, right? You could be the best salesperson in the world. I guarantee your retention will drop if the product is terrible. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. So you might as well sell something that's going to provide longevity. Now, to that point, if you can get a woman to switch and try your product, and she loves it and adopts it, guess what the retention rate is? 85%. 85%. 85% retention rate. It's probably 100% for foundation. We want to be the space where true beauty is celebrated authentically, right? Where we're like, you know what? You are beautiful. No matter your shade. Whether you're Tammy or Josie or anyone in between, we want you to feel like, you know what? I am beautiful, I'm worthy, and this is what I need. Okay? All right. So with that said, first, social media is comprised of channels. Social media is not an end-all, be-all. It's not everything, right? It's a huge channel, though, right, where you need to create content to push it through. It's like saying, you know what, we made this great product and we want to advertise it on TV and on a website and through social media. You understand, right? But the channels have very different characteristics. The social media channels have different characteristics, just like donuts. Okay? Now I'm going to explain this to you in a way that's very easy to understand. All right? So if you do Twitter, right? What's Twitter? Right? Now if you were advertising donuts on Twitter, you were talking about donuts on Twitter, you would say, hey, I'm eating a donut. Right? You get it? This is it. You're reporting what you're doing, basically. All right, if it's Facebook, it's, you know what? I like donuts. All right? It's just a different way of positioning whatever it is that you're selling. Right? If you're looking at Instagram, here's a cool pic of some donuts. These are some donuts with bling, right? These are beautiful donuts. If you're on LinkedIn, I'm very skilled at eating donuts, right? It's just a different way of positioning what you're doing within the target channel, if you will, right? Because people on LinkedIn are interested in your skills. So you're going to speak to them differently than someone you speak to on Instagram. That makes sense? It's the same product, just it's all in a way that you position it to whomever you're speaking to. All right, and then YouTube. Here's a video of me eating donuts, right? You get it, you get me. And then all of the other brands and so forth can, all the other channels, similar, right? So I won't go any further on that. Okay, content creation guideline. All right, how do you create this content? What should it do? What should it say? Okay, from a social media messaging strategy, all social copy and posts should reflect these truths. Okay, now these are the Max Beauty truths. Okay, key truths. Max Beauty is the new brand for me. Okay, we need to be introductory, right? We need to be exciting. We need to let them know, hey, this is something new that's coming. You need to figure this out, right? And everyone, like I said, they're always looking for new trends. They're always looking for new products, always looking for new ways to elevate and enhance their look, right? Celebrates all shades. Yes, you see this beautiful African woman here, right? But we celebrate all shades. The quality that we built into this is meant to expand across the world in all shades. You know, so as soon as we begin to really promote this heavily and sell and sell and sell, we can explore how do we expand this to the rest of the world. It empowers her to embrace her original skin tone and enhance her natural beauty, right? She wants to be bold, sexy, and sophisticated. Yeah. Anyone here bold, sexy, and sophisticated? Hey, there you go. See? That's Scott, this guy, mountain man right here. Max Beauty knows independence is important to her. They can help her become a successful entrepreneur. So what this means is that the types of posts that you're doing, and remember, you're different on Twitter or Instagram or so forth, but you could have a post that's based on, ooh, this is new. You know what I mean? If I'm on LinkedIn, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm selling this great I've got this great opportunity to sell this great new brand to make some money, right? Or it's like, ooh, look how good this looks on my face if I'm on Instagram. This new brand, you understand, right? So these are all key content areas that you can explore from a social media perspective. Does that make sense? Right? It's not all in one. It's, you know, you have to constantly push social media out. So this gives you an idea of what the content could be, what the messaging strategy could be for various posts. Okay? All right. A few more. Premium quality. So you can base it on the quality. You can say free of parabens, free of asbestos, free of this, free of that. You can talk about that. You can talk about the fact that there's emollients, moisturizers, and so forth and so on to keep you hydrated. Even though your face looks very matte with the foundation on, it's still being hydrated. You can talk about it being lightweight, smooth application, fine texture, good for me formula properties, long wear to last throughout the day. Slay all day, stay all day, Max all day. And Max Beauty is one of the few brands to offer quality products that truly matches my skin complexion. Okay, and Max Beauty is an accessible value makeup brand. Accessible value, meaning that it's premium, but it's priced below the premium brands. So it's actually cheaper than Fenty, cheaper than MAC, but it's better than Fenty, better than MAC. Okay, now with that said, what I'd like to do is I'd like to ask Denise and Ann. You guys can see Denise and Ann in the back there. They are very accomplished in terms of makeup. What I'd like them to do is start to do a makeover with a couple of women here today, with Josie and with Georgina. Now Georgina is back there, right? Georgina, are you back there? She is back there. You guys see Georgina? Say hi to Georgina. Hi, Georgina. Okay, and where's Josie? Josie, if you could please. And what they're going to do is they're going to try the makeup, okay? So they're going to get it applied, and then we like to hear from them when they're done, okay? All right, so with that said, the content. We want to be bold. We want to be audacious. We want to be celebratory. We want to be proud. And of course, we want to be modern and contemporary, right? So that means go out there, push it out there. Be proud of it. Be proud of what we've done. Be proud of who we are. Be proud of this product. Let them be proud of who they are, right? Be celebratory of them. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are intelligent. You are smart. You deserve to make money, right? Let's do that. Now, the content should be elevated, meaning posts lean more editorial than promotional. So what does that mean? You don't want to constantly come out and just sell, 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 sell. There's specific times to do that, and I'll tell you one at the very end. Okay, there are very specific times to do that. This is more about, ooh, look, you know, I'm having some champagne, you know, on the Riviera, you know, and don't I look good? And the sun is shining on her, and she looks beautiful, and so it's more editorial than promotional because that's going to sell it. We talked during the social media presentation with Sasha about, Chris was talking about, he's very humble. He and Tammy are very humble. They're humble. They're very, very humble. And so they were like, you know what? They don't always feel comfortable, showing, what they've accomplished or achieved, financially. That's just humble. That's great. But there are ways to be able to do it editorially without being promotional about it, without being like a braggart or what have you, right? It's just like, hey, here we are. We're sitting here. We're in Laguna Beach. Look at that beautiful sunset, and their Tesla happens to be sitting next to them. That's a big statement without actually saying, hey, I've got this car, and I'm here, and you know what I mean? It's just showing it. It's demonstrating it, right? It's very aspirational, right? Okay. Keep all conversation top level, right? Just kind of general and open, but teasing and trying to bring them in. Avoid revealing pricing, okay? You guys know this already, though, right? If you give them pricing before they're informed, they formulate an opinion, which could be negative, potentially, right? Until they understand the value, right? So you're going to do the same thing here. You guys already know this. All right. All posts should answer the following within the image or caption. What is this? It's the best makeup line you will ever try. Where can I get this from? Me, right? And then the last one, why would I share this with a friend? Because your girlfriend, boy, whoever, needs to know about this. Now, this is the thing. With something like this, it is about sharing. It is about validation from your friends, from your family, from people that you know. Yes, you can go into a Mac store, and they can tell you, the retail person, the sales associate can try to sell you. I guarantee, though, if your friend said, hey, you should try that, this is really, really amazing, they will do it faster than they will from a sales associate, right? So with that said, you encourage people to share it. You encourage people to get together, to try it together, to evaluate it together, so that the opinions can be validated right then and there, right? Okay. We also want to tag all relevant brands, artists, or locations within those posts. Now, a lot of this is for Max. When we talk about artists, because we're dealing with musicians and media personalities and things like that. But if you know people, if you know someone in the local community who's a really great makeup artist, or a model, or a professional person who's really accomplished, or what have you, leverage them. Go target them. Bring them into your sphere of influence. Give them a free product. Sampling is great, but give them a free product. Give them a free foundation. Let them try it. You never know. They may go online. They may say, oh, I'm going to try this new Max brand, and it's fantastic. It's amazing, right? They may not be in your downline, but you know what? That is gold. That is social media gold if you can get them to post. And then I guarantee, if they love it, they will buy it. If they try it, they love it, they will buy it. Optimize your posts with 5 to 7 relevant hashtags. All right, what does that mean? You tag Max International Beauty, right? You tag Strong Max Woman, or you tag I'm free and empowered, or I'm beautiful, or whatever that might be. And if you go on Instagram and you start to type in a hashtag, right, they ask you to tag it, it'll show you the number of followers or searches for different hashtags. I don't know if you guys know that. But if you start typing hashtag Max Beauty, or hashtag Revlon, or hashtag Fenty, or what have you, you'll see a big difference in how many people search for those. But you'll see, and you'll say, oh, you know what? That hashtag is very similar to what I want to say, but that one has way more searches. Let me use that one. You understand? Does that make sense? Yes, for a second. You can hashtag it financial freedom. That's a very common kind of search, right? Or better health, or whatever that might be. More energy, right? If you put those hashtags on your feed, on your post, you'll be surprised. There are millions of people who just go out and search hashtags. They'll just go out and search because that's what they're interested in. I'm interested in better health, or you know what? I have diabetes, or I have whatever, right? Not diabetes. Scratch that. I have a condition. I have low energy. Whatever that might be. See, I checked myself, right? Whatever that might be. And then if you tag it, you've just expanded your reach organically without paying anything, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so you think about, who am I targeting? What platform am I on? what might be interesting for them on this platform. If you're on LinkedIn, it's the opportunity, the business, right? If you're on Instagram, it's the way you look. It's, you know, it's all of that. If you're on Facebook, it's the camaraderie, it's the family, it's all these different things, right? Like your family vacation photos might be on Facebook, you know. And you can hashtag. You can hashtag all throughout all social media. Hashtagging is very, very important. All right. All content should evoke a sentiment, right, and reflect the Max Beauty lifestyle. Proud, happy, inspired, etc. Independent, of course, right? Fierce, sexy, whatever that might be, right? And the last should be tone, should be relatable, but not too young. You know, it is a youthful kind of environment, but you know what? Everyone should be doing this. You know, everyone should be expanding. You should be on top of the trends. What are the new anyone do TikTok? Anyone know what TikTok is? Your sons or daughters are using TikTok is blowing up. TikTok is like a mashup between Snapchat and Instagram. And it incorporates music, though. It's very, very cool. Now, you won't find many people older than 25, 30 on TikTok, maybe, but I'm just telling you, if you can get into it and you can figure it out. I did a TikTok with my daughter. We were dancing and whatever, and it was very cool. And but that's about it for how much I do TikTok. But I will be doing more. We will be doing more. Okay. Content formula. Okay. Now we're getting into specifics. Yes, definitely take a photo of this. Okay. This is very specific to beauty. Okay. I worked with a woman who worked for L'Oreal Paris in New York, who managed all of L'Oreal Paris's social media. Know her personally. We are leveraging some of that knowledge and increasing what we're doing above and beyond what they're doing. Okay? So with that said, 50% product is very important, right? So if you have 10 posts during the week, 5 of them should be based on this, within beauty. This is specific for beauty. Okay? Texture shots, color swatches, photos of your eyes, you know, the actual application, right? Skin shots. Ooh, look at my skin with the foundation on. You know, and then application, of course, is what these ladies are doing right now. So they should be taking photos, or someone should be taking photos of them to actually post, right? 25% IGC, influencer-generated content. So if you have someone who's an influencer, someone like, now let's say it's Ann or Denise, right? Or let's say it's Dr. Kendall, right? Leverage his posts, you know, where he's a subject matter expert in what he does, right? So his word, whether it's true or not, is going to be perceived to be perhaps more valid and more influential than yours might be, right? Depending on whom you're speaking to. So you leverage that. You know, you leverage what he's doing as well. You know, hashtag him. You know, utilize him. Get him to reshare. Now, hey, John, can you please reshare my post on ATP? Say, sure, let me read it, make sure it's compliant. You don't mention diabetes. And then, and then he'll post it for you. Now, 10% inspiration, right? Now, what does that mean? It's people validating it and saying, wow, look, I applied this, and this looks great. This is absolutely amazing, okay? And then it's your top sellers, celebrities, users who embody I am Max Beauty, okay? Now, you may not know those types of people, or you might. If you do, try to leverage them as best you can. It doesn't mean you have to, though, because there's user-generated content as well. Now, this is very important as well. So you need to generate your own content. You need to say, you know what, I'm going to the Canadian kickoff, and I'm going to apply the makeup, I'm going to try it, and I'm going to show people what's the result. Do that. You know, Sasha talked about unboxing, unveilings, showing the products. You know, showing the products as you show it on the skin. Things like that. Okay, and then 5% pop culture, meaning not necessarily anything specific to the brand, but getting people interested in your content because it's like, ooh, you know what? Look what this person just did. Isn't this interesting and fantastic? Whatever that might be. You know, so you continue to kind of vary your content. Keep it interesting. I won't go through this, but YouTube, for instance, you know, this is what we would tell you to do. Create a YouTube channel to bring Max International Beauty to life where you're going to post your videos. You can share. You can download other videos. You can post them here. Right? Instagram, we're going to recommend that you post 2 times a day. right, within the categories that we just talked about, right, 2 times a day. We're going to Instagram TV. Now, you guys do this? Anyone does this? Instagram TV, right, IGTV? You guys might not be aware of what it is, but basically, it's at the top feed, and anyone who follows you is going to see what that is. And it could be like right now, I could post an Instagram story where I'm presenting from the stage here. Like, oh, you know, I'm at the stage, I'm in Canada, it's great. People are beautiful and fantastic, right? And then on and on. I won't continue, okay? Snapchat, Pinterest, WhatsApp. And it breaks it down, which I will share with you guys, how many times you should post, the things you should consider posting, right? You won't be able to do all of it right now, but you have to start somewhere, right? Okay. Now, what I'm going to recommend is that you follow, tag, and repost at Max International Beauty. If you tag us, we will repost you, right? We will take it, we will repost for you, okay? We will definitely do that. And it's, again, it's at Max INTL Beauty, okay? Now, with that said, as these ladies are still continuing to make up, I have about 15 or 20 minutes to go. So what I'd like to do is play a video for you, okay, which embodies what we just talked about. This is a short 1-minute video. We have a longer version of it as well, but I'm going to show you the shorter version of it. It has all of our influences included as part of it. You're going to see everything I talked about, being proud, quality, inspirational, okay? So with that said, Chris, do you have the video? Can you play it, please?
Come show me loving. Boy, come show me loving. Marima, Miniwa, baby, come show me loving. Boy, come show me loving. Come show me loving. Marima, Miniwa, Miniwa. You know for sure I did for you. Rain or shine, I did for you. Whether rich or poor, I did for you. I did for you. Come show me loving. Boy, come show me loving. Marima, Miniwa, baby, come show me loving. Boy, come show me loving. Come show me loving. Marima, Miniwa, Miniwa. Gloria Sibu. Yeah, Gloria Sibu. I need you every day. I need you night and day. It's all you Gloria Sibu.
We'll make all of this stuff available to you so that you can share it, you can learn from it, you can utilize it, you can use it, you can repost it. Quickly, okay. I want to let you guys know that we absolutely love you, right? So you guys already know this, but because Max loves you, we are unveiling the Kiss and Makeup Valentine's Day promotion, right? Kiss and Makeup, you get it? 20% off all beauty products until February 16th. It started today. So, and today we also have, we've included the Artist Pack. Should be in the back office right now. The Artist Pack is a big pack that allows you to do in-homes and have every single shade so that anyone comes over, they can try it, and then they can buy. Okay? Yes.
I work with them with my daughter, which is, she's not dark tone, and intermix them and so on and so forth. And she's very allergic to makeup. And their turnout was fantastic.
Excellent.
Even eyeshadow and even mascara, everything she was able to wear for
That's
her
excellent.
graduation.
That's excellent. And that's why it's
Yeah.
free of everything.
What is it?
Free of parabens, free of asbestos, free of all these different things. Yes, Jasmine?
I have a question and a comment. Question, is it likely that we're going to be able to have little sample trial sizes for people?
Yes, we're exploring that.
Okay.
We're exploring that.
The comment is, yesterday or last night, I put on the makeup that I could wear, those 7. I intentionally last night took off all my makeup except my eye makeup. This is yesterday's eye makeup, and it still looks
Yeah.
intact
Yeah.
today. I slept with
Yeah,
it.
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's my
It's
little
amazing.
experiment.
Like I said, you can sleep in it, you can swim in it. So, okay.
Sorry, hi. I just wanted a quick question regarding, I know most people now, especially like the younger generation, are looking to more like a natural products.
Right.
So I was just wondering, like, if it's like a plant-based kind of product that we have for makeup.
All right,
Because that's
so what
actually
we've
not
done,
raising.
no, that's a great question. Her question is it natural, right? Now, with natural, you get compromises, okay? Just so you guys understand. You get compromises. So what does that mean? That means that it may not work as well, right? That's an absolute truth, you know? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using things that are not bad for you, even if they're chemically based, that are not bad for you. So for instance, if you look at a lot of shadows, Huda, Urban Decay, etc., you will find that their powders have asbestos in them. Okay? Now, you will find that, now you know Johnson & Johnson baby powder. You know the whole billion-dollar lawsuit against them because you've been using baby powder that may be causing you cancer because it has asbestos in it. Right? Terrible, absolutely terrible. I made sure that our powders were asbestos-free. We actually have a certification that clarifies that. And our powders, our mascara are Italy-made. This is high quality. This is fantastic quality. Okay, can we bring the ladies up as they are, please? Hello, how are you? Okay, can we have the microphone, please? Okay, sure. Okay, Josie, please come over here. Step into the light. Okay, so we're building a very natural face here, more professional office look. Josie, can you tell me how you feel about it? You've used the product as well. Can
Yes,
you
I have.
explain?
It just feels great. It doesn't feel like I have anything on. The product going on was very smooth. I don't think Denise used very much, so the coverage was great. I'm an F6 for the foundation and a C4 for the concealer.
Yeah, and what products have you used in the past?
Wow. For me, the story is interesting because I have very sensitive skin, acne-prone skin, oily skin. So I have, I think, the worst combination. In the past, I used to actually go to the States to get makeup just to get the right colors. Fashion Fair is what I used to use before. And I've tried like so many different ones. I have tried all the brands, you name it, NARS, Fenty, I've tried them all. MAC, and a lot of them I just caused breakouts. So as a result, I basically never wore makeup. I stopped wearing makeup because I couldn't find anything that would match my skin tone. It might look good when I would go to the store and they put it on, and then by the time I got home, it oxidized, and then I looked sort of grayish. It was like a sort of undertone that was off. So when I tried the Max Beauty, it was amazing. Right away, I found a color that matched my skin tone. It brought out my natural glow, I find, and it just felt very luxurious, comparable to any other product, any high-end product, actually. And I just love it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And this is Georgina. They are both Max associates.
So my shade is F13.
And she-
I feel really great. I feel so beautiful.
Own it,
It's
own
really-
it, own it. Is she beautiful? Are they
Absolutely.
beautiful? Are they beautiful?
And it's really lightweight. You don't really feel that you have something on. It's really natural, and it really reveals your outside beauty. And it's really, I'm a F13 and C5 for the concealer, and I'm an artistic dancer. And usually when I dance, I used to use MAC, and when I will dance, I will sweat, of course, and it will create layers on my face
Streaks, yeah.
with MAC. But recently I tried the foundation F13, Max Beauty, and after like 2 hours of dancing, I was sweating, of course, but the foundation remained intact. And I was like, wow, it's amazing. And it's really natural. You can wear it everywhere for any occasion, and it's just amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so these are lovely, thank you very much. You ladies are beautiful, thank you so much. And this is Anne and Denise. They applied, okay? So, makeup artist, associate extraordinaire. I want you guys to tell us how easy it was to apply. What was your experience versus other brands you've used?
Well, hi everyone. I want to say thank you, first of all, for this opportunity. I have worked with Max before at Tammy's, and
Okay.
I really love the foundation. Unfortunately, I personally don't have my shade
You
yet.
share your tone,
Yes.
yeah? Okay.
But as I applied it on some of the clients that I was working on that day, it looked so amazing on their skin, and it's so natural. Just a little bit, and you get a full coverage, and that's the best part about it. For the shades, like the eye palette, the shades are amazing. I'm in love with it. Yeah. So yeah, it's an amazing product.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Denise, one of these people do not look like the other, right? Have you guys played that game? So, Denise, give us your perspective, especially from Marie. Give us some perspective
I'll
on
tell you,
on
this is such a fun palette and product line. What I found is the versatility. So I actually used a number of different concealers to really block out pigment to create that perfect, start face. And I also used the contour for different things. Highlighters, actually eyes. I actually used them wet. Personally, I actually put on the blue and the vibrant blue in the palette today on myself. And I'm as white as you can get. And it works. It works. What I found is the buildability. I actually put on Josie's foundation, and then I was doing concealer, and I noticed that her eyes were looking a little dark. So I was able to actually grab 2 shades lighter and blend it right in to actually bring her eyes out. And there was no markings. It was clear blue, blendability.
Smooth, very smooth
blendability.
transition.
And I just found the whole thing, when you actually use the powder at the end, it is just this like icing on the cake per se. It just creates this perfect hue to the skin, leaves no residue on the darkest skin.
Yeah.
So it's perfect
work
for
on the
everyone.
lighter skin,
So
yeah.
I just recommend you go and play. I mean, I'm very pale, and I'm using all the products except, of course, the foundation, and it's fun. But another thing is the mascaras. For instance, Josie has very, very short lashes, and I was actually able to double the length, and it's just within the application. So actually, play. It's all about playing and have
Engagement.
fun.
That's
and
the
have
engagement.
fun.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Thank you so much. All right, well, with that said, we encourage you to try it. We do have some product here if you're interested in trying it.